Hey guys, it's Sammy, aka the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Today we're going to be taking a look at the class setup I like to use if I want to do well with my riot shield. I'd even go as far as to call it a tryhard class. As if you use it right, you can do really well in any game mode. Most people won't be expecting this playstyle either, so you'll have the element of surprise. So without much further ado, let's show you the class setup for this beast. So obviously you're going to want the riot shield in your primary slot, and for your secondary, your choice of pistols with the akimbo attachment. I mainly use the Cat 40 and B23R, but if you've got a good trigger finger, maybe the TAC 45 or 57 will be more appealing to you. Pistols are essential this build for their quick draw time, and when akimboed, they become a lot more lethal at close quarters, which is where we'll shine. In order to protect ourselves, I like to use Tac Mask and Flak Jacket to make us pretty much immune to most forms of damage, making it almost impossible for the enemy to get an easy kill on you. The only thing you need to worry about are bullets, getting stuck with Semtexes, and an RPG to the face, making you a true juggernaut. For our equipment, we will take a concussion grenade, which comes in handy for disorientating an opponent and making them easier to kill. And also the ever lethal C4, which can be used against multiple opponents and entrenched enemies. We'll make use of a perk 2 wildcard to take Scavenger, which will keep our ammo supply topped up, and more importantly, keep our C4 and concussion grenades flowing. Last but not least, we will take advantage of Fast Hands, an essential perk that helps us with everything we do with this build, allow us to throw our projectiles faster, which leaves us vulnerable for a greatly reduced amount of time. Its most important use, however, will be the ability to reduce our switch time between shield and pistol. So before we go any further, let me show you the main ways you'll be getting your kills. The first way, which I'm going to call the switcheroo, is where you watch the enemy whilst crouched, with your shield up, and watch them. Wait for them to make a mistake and expose their vulnerability. If they go to throw something, reload, sprint away or towards you, you then switch your pistols and gun them down. If your enemy is being cautious, you can disguise your switch somewhat by doing a short sprint to the side, switching, then jumping, and spraying them down, making it difficult for the enemy to get a lock on you. It can take a while to master, but works well once you've got it down. The other main way to kill enemies is with your C4. I use this against foes who are behind cover or are a little bit too far away for the pistols. This also works well against multiple opponents. If you don't manage to kill them with it, a single bullet should be enough to finish them off. If you know the enemy is coming for you, you can place your C4 on a wall hidden from view and wait for them to come within its range. So I'm just going to roll out a couple of general tips I have for playing this way. Hopefully these will help you out. Most of these are just useful tips for playing with the shield anyway. If you lock eyes with an enemy, try not to sprint at them, as it opens you up to damage. I tend to walk, then crouch if they shoot at me. If you must sprint, look slightly to the right of your enemy, as when you run, you hold your shield slightly on your left. Sometimes it's better to have your shield on your back if you go into a room and you're not sure if the enemy is on your left or right. Having it on your back can help protect you while you're gunning them down or just shooting into a corner with no one there. You want to try and keep your foes at least 8 or so feet away. Any closer and they can easily sidestep you and get your soft parts. It's also a good idea to try and stick to areas of the map with tight corridors, so that if you come across 2 or more enemies, you can still keep yourself protected if they try and split up and get around you. This class is awesome for capturing the B flag on domination right off the bat. Just be sure to teabag your enemies whilst you're doing it. It's often better to not attack enemies while you're capturing it. I only do so if I feel it's a do or die situation. If you're planting or defusing a bomb, make sure you turn your back to where the enemy might be approaching. There's been plenty of times I've only just been able to defuse a bomb because of this. It can really make all the difference. An annoying aspect about using the shield is that it becomes difficult to see through after taking some fire. You can get around this briefly by sprinting to see a bit more of the screen, but be careful as this leaves you vulnerable to attack. Try not to use the shield to kill, even if you hit them with it once, switch your pistols to finish them off. I personally just find it too risky. If I go for a stealth kill, I'd rather switch to my pistols and shank them. Your hardest battles are going to be up against submachine guns and shotguns. Try and learn the gun sound so you can tell what you're up against. If someone's coming at you with a PDW, you just have to try and hope and just try and hold out till they run out of ammo. So hopefully all that information's been helpful to you somewhat. Thank you for watching. Make sure you check out my other Riot Shield videos as well as plenty other class setups and custom games if you haven't already. And I'll see you later. Bye bye now. Bye bye.